The 2025 NFL season is halfway done, and there's a good idea of which teams are on the rise and those that have fallen. Welcome back to Penn State Sports Night. I'm Owen Klein, and with me are Harlan Pena and Jenna Wisman on a trip back to the NFL stock market. Ladies, there's still the second half of the season to look forward to, so I'd like to know who you two are buying in on to do well in the second half. Harlan, let's start with you.
Well, I am buying in on
Talked about this when it happened. The Charlie McAvoy with the slash against Zach Benson down the Boston side of the ice. I mean, the game was out of hand. There was no need for you to do that, and now you're going to get hit with at least a 5-game suspension and a big time fine. And then that's like the first thing I said. That's a fine.
Ashton, wow, this is a bad fit. They should have gone Armand Membo in the first round to give some competition across from Colton Miller. With Chip Kelly as the offensive coordinator, played what he was at Ohio State last season, it would have made more sense to draft either Travion Henderson or Quinshad Judkins in the second round. Just why?
Yeah, I think the why is because he is just such a strong talent,
and he's going to bring, like Carter was talking about earlier, he's going to bring that kind of those clicks to the Raiders, I suppose.
As you and your team traveled across the country to California from Syracuse, it was a long trip with games against Cal and Stanford. As an athlete, how did you adjust to the time change when traveling across the country?
Oh my goodness. So that time change was absolutely brutal. Luckily, our coaches got us there a few days early to prepare for the time change.
The Buffalo Bills are 2-0 in this young NFL season as they manhandled the New York Jets 30-10 at MetLife Stadium yesterday. James Cook became the first Bills running back with a rushing touchdown in 6 straight games since Rob Riddick in 1988. Defensive end Joey Bosa made his first impact play as a Bill, forcing a fumble on Jets quarterback Justin Fields in the first quarter. He spoke to the media postgame on how he felt after the play.
It's just a backhanded compliment calling me old, but it was exciting.
For hosting the first game at the new Highmark Stadium on a Thursday night against the Lions, which I hated. And then finishing up with that 3-game homestand with the Chargers and the Patriots. And then the Monday night game at the LA Rams. One of those games that you mentioned, Michael. But it's going to be a really tough stretch. I'm already jotting down Houston week 1 as a loss because it's our kryptonite. Haven't won there since 2006 and 0-4 there in the Josh Allen era, including that playoff loss in 2020.
Oh my God! I think this.
Okay, so this is
early.
I
think I have an idea of what this is.
Okay, this is early in the season.
I'm gonna know and just once I'm told I would remember, but I'm just completely blanking on this.
Yeah, really, I think I'll give you an. It's not an SEC opponent.
Yeah, if it's early in the season, it feels like an out of conference. It's probably like some FCS level. I can't think of.
Is this Notre Dame?
No. They played the last year. Notre Dame won that game. And Notre Dame lost this year. And remember, it's not an SEC, not even a power conference opponent.
I'm gonna just take a loss here.
It's Appalachian State.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I faintly remember this, but not enough that I would have.
Why don't I remember this?
Yeah.
Not enough that I would have gotten.
Yeah, 17-14. Game day went to Appalachian State the next week, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
That's the way to get them.
Ugly game, 17-14.
And this is when A&M still had guys like Devon Achane on the team.
That's what I was saying earlier. Perpetual mid from A&M.
You're right. Yeah.
But this was still during the Jimbo Fisher era, correct?
Close to. Yeah. Close to, if not in.
Yeah, and didn't Elko get the head coaching job? It was either the next. I think it was 2024 that he got the head coaching job, if I'm not mistaken. Well, as we mentioned earlier, last week was supposed to be a snooze fest, but it was not. But we can't rest on our laurels here. Why don't we fire some quick picks to some of the best games of the week, starting with a big new kickoff game in Champaign as top-ranked Ohio State battles number 17 Illinois.
Why don't we go to those Week 6 games? The Giants against the Eagles on Thursday Night Football, and Philadelphia looked vulnerable for what appears to be the first time all year, Jack.
Yeah, I think Eagles. I think this is definitely. I think I don't know if Eagles fans are going to want to hear this. You guys were due for a loss. You guys should have lost against the Cowboys.
Yes. Carter was an idiot by getting himself ejected before a play even ran. That's the big reason why Dallas is able to stay in that game. They deserved wins against the Chiefs.
I agree with that.
They should have lost to the Rams.
They should have lost to the Rams, but they were thanks to AJ Brown.
And then those blocked field goals.
They were definitely bailed out, and those field goals.
And they ran out of gas against the Buccaneers late because you know how Florida weather is, how unforgiving it is to teams with dark color jerseys.
No, and I agree. This is an injured Buccaneers team, but also let's not forget the Eagles aren't giving the ball to Saquon as much, and he made that clear too.
Just 6 carries
that game.
I mean, how do you think they will respond to it going into this matchup against the Giants?
I think. Listen, I'm not saying our defense is, the best, but it's still better than when it was last year. And you have Dexter Lawrence, you have Brian Burns, you have Abdul Carter, you have Tibbs, you have all these guys that are hungry to stop the QB and the run game. And as we've seen, AJ Brown's not getting any catches. I can't think right now. Catches, or they're not giving him the ball. Really, they're just giving it to Devontae Smith. But at the same time, that's not entirely Jalen Hurts' fault. I can't believe I'm saying that because A.J. Brown stopped when he threw him the ball. But they got to focus on, you have one of the best wide receivers in the league. Use them. But
got to use them. But quickly over the Bills, they play on Monday Night Football against Bijan Robinson and the Atlanta Falcons. And if there's a time to get Ed Oliver, that big force in the middle of the defensive line, it's now.
This is just stopping Bijan and keeping Drake London from getting anything. That's all it has to be.
Well, it's gonna be Benford against London all game, but this is where you look for the Falcons to exploit other openings in the defense. They're coming off a bye. And Darnell Mooney could be in for a big game considering how badly Tre'Davious White was torched last week or yesterday.
Just like I said, they need to stop Bijan and they need to stop Drake London.
And this is going to be a big-time motivational game for the Bills because they're coming off that loss on national television. Don't want to have it happen twice in a row.
Yeah, you don't want back-to-back, especially with how you're projected this year.
And could the Patriots close in on that division? I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see. As Week 6 of the NFL approaches quickly, that's going to be all for us today here on the New York State of Pigskin on Com Radio. For Jack Dennett, I'm Owen Klein. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next week.
Woo!